Hey everybody, this is Alex Fabrega coming at you with another Teaching Tips Tuesday. Today we have with us Claire Fineberg, a TVI from Foundation for Blind Children. How you doing today, Claire?
Hi, everybody.
And I understand we're talking about SMART goals today.
Yes, we are.
All right, well, what is a SMART goal?
So SMART is a short little acronym that is meant to kind of keep in mind when writing your goals for your students so that they make sense not just to you, but to anybody who reads them.
I have definitely picked up an IEP written by a previous TVI or O&M and been very confused about goals. So I'm sure this will be very helpful. All right, break it down for us. What does S stand for?
So S stands for specific. For specific, you want to be as specific as possible when writing your goals. And so some of the areas you might want to be specific about are who the goal is written for. So making sure you're including the student's name, the setting in which the goal is taking place. So that can mean the classroom or one-on-one, and also the time frame which the goal is written for. So I like to include something along the lines of by the end of this IEP or something along those lines.
Okay, so it sounds like we're kind of taking care of the window dressing there. The goal is framed.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to M.
Okay, so M is measurable. For measurable, you want to think about how the goal is going to be perceived when read. So instead of saying 80% of the time, which is very vague, you can say something along the lines out of 4 to 5 trials, 4 out of 5 trials, or including in one session, just making sure you're very specific about the measurement of the goal.
Okay. And I appreciate that you said something about percents. There are a few things more frustrating than seeing like student will cross the street 80% of the time safely. Does that mean they're getting hit by a car 20% of the time? So yeah, I'm completely with you. Let's get those percentages out of those goals.
Yeah, that's why fractions are really nice.
Yes, absolutely. All right, what about A?
So A stands for achievable. For achievable, you want to think, is this goal achievable in the time frame that I've given? So by the end of this current IEP, if we're talking about the time frame example I gave earlier.
Okay, that makes sense. Moving on to R.
So R is realistic or relevant. You want to make sure that your goal makes sense to the student that you are writing it for. So you wouldn't be giving a student who is at like a kindergarten level, a second grader level goal.
Okay, so it sounds like the distinction between achievable and realistic is achievable is more the time frame of the goal and realistic is more the level of the student.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, cool. And I believe that leaves us at T.
So T stands for timely, and how I like to think of timely is thinking about the objectives that we set when we write a goal. So can my student meet these benchmarks that I'm setting in a timely manner that progresses them towards the goal by the end of the time frame given?
Okay, so when you say objectives, like smaller stepping stones up to that goal, and do they make sense?
Yes, yeah.
The schedule of the goal. All right, so that is specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, timely.
Yes.
That sounds pretty smart to me. All right, my
Pretty
last
smart.
question for you. What is your favorite part of your job?
I really enjoy when I've been working really hard with a student on a certain goal that we have and that aha moment when they finally get it, and that kind of secondhand accomplishment that I feel and get to share in their pride.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for being on with us today, Claire.
Of course.
And thank you all at home for giving this a watch. As always, if you have any questions related to this topic or if you want to request a new topic, please put it in the comments below and we'll see you next week.